in this video, I'm looking at trying to evaluate these two matrix products and seeing if they're possible. So let's have a look at the first one. I wanted to try and do A times B. To see if that's possible, let's look at their orders. The order of matrix A is it's got 2 rows and 3 columns, so it's a 2 by 3. And then I'm trying to multiply that onto matrix B, which is the square matrix 3 by 3. So then we go and check the numbers of the column to row in the middle of our order check, and they are the same. So therefore we can multiply, so the product exists. We can also use those outer two numbers, the 2 and the 3, and that means that our result is going to be a 2 by 3 matrix. So now that we know we can do this product, let's have a look at actually doing the calculation. So we're going to have the matrix 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 being multiplied onto the matrix 1, negative 2, 3, negative 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, negative 9. So then we start looking at taking rows from the first matrix and multiplying them onto the columns of the second matrix. So if I start with my first row and then my first column, 9 times 1 is 9, add that on to 8 times negative 4, which is going to be negative 32, and then add that on to 7 times by 7, which is 49. We then move on to the second column, and we now do 9 times negative 2, which is negative 18. Add on 8 times 5, which is 40, and then add on 7 times 8, which is 56. And then the last column, 9 times 3 is 21. Add that on to 8 times 6, which is 48. And then 7 times negative 9, which is negative 53. So we've now finished with the first row going onto each column. And so we've done that going our first row, each column, answer going across. So now I do my next row. So this row is now going to multiply onto the first column. 6 times 5 is 6. 6 times 1, sorry, is 6. Add on 5 times negative 4, which is negative 20. Add on 4 times 7, which is 28. Move on to the next column. 6 times negative 2 is negative 12. Add on 5 times 5, which is 25. Add on 4 times 8, which is 32. And then the last column, 6 times 3 is 18. Add on 5 times 6, which is 30. Add on 4 times negative 9, which is negative 36. So now that we've done all of that, our product, A times B, is going to be this given to us by doing all of these sums. So now 9 plus negative 32 plus 49 becomes 26, and then negative 18 plus 40 plus 56 is 78. And then 21 plus 48 minus 53 is 16. And 6 minus 20 plus 28 is 14. Negative 12 plus 25 plus 32 is 45. And finally, 18 plus 30, take 36, is 12. And we can see, as we said, that our result is a 2 by 3 matrix, which we did get. So now we've done that calculation and we made sure we were all good by testing it over here. Now let's have a look at part B. So I'm going to do B times by A. So now if we write the B's order, 3 by 3, and we're going to multiply that onto A's order, which is a 2 by 3. And if I check these numbers and start off again looking at the middle two numbers, they are different. And so that means that the product does not exist. Which means that we have nothing to do for part B. It's not possible to multiply B onto A. And if we look at B, which has 3 in its first row, which we're then going to try and multiply onto the column of A, I've got 3 items which I've got to match up with 2 items. So it doesn't work. And that's why we need the middle two numbers to check out. So there we go. If you're asked to multiply 2 matrices, first thing, write out the orders of the 2 matrices in the order that you're doing your product. If the 2 middle numbers match up, then you can do the product. We do that by taking the first row, multiplying it onto each column, matching up items or elements in those rows and columns, then move on to the next row and column, do the addition of the resulting products, we get our answer. If those 2 middle numbers don't exist, that's the end. We can't do anything else because our product doesn't exist.